welcome. I'm so glad to have you here today. Today we're making a really quick and simple sympathy card. I'm letting the gorgeous Peaceful Poppies Designer Series paper do all the talking for this card. I'm changing this up just slightly for our card that we're making today, but I think it'll look a little bit more nicer. But this gorgeous Designer Series paper is going to be the main feature. So the supplies needed for today's card are the Painted Poppies stamp set, and we're using this image here, and inside the card I'm just using this gorgeous poppy here. There's also another stamp set in this suite. It's called Peaceful Moments, and this is where the sentiment with Deeper Sympathy comes from. These two both have dies that match with it, and you can save yourself 10% by purchasing the bundle. Highly recommend this whole suite. It's absolutely gorgeous, and you'll get so many different variety of cards just with this whole suite. It's absolutely beautiful. The inks for today's card are Poppy Parade and Memento Tuxedo Black ink. The gorgeous ribbon is also part of the suite. It is Whisper White crinkled seam binding ribbon. I love the crinkled ribbons that Stampin' Up have. It's so beautiful. And we're also using the layering circles dies. Now I have, it's the 5th smallest in the straight circle and the 6th smallest in the scallop. My kit here is all ready to go. Now all the measurements and supplies can be found over my blog. There is a link to that blog post in the description of this video. It's also a link to my online store. If you would like to purchase any Stampin' Up supplies, you can do so there. Use the hostess code for the month, and there is so many great reasons to shop with me. You'll get a bundle tutorial in your inbox. You'll also get Inky rewards if you spend $50 or more. You'll get a handmade project or card from me, and during celebration you can also earn yourself some free products. For every $90 here in Australia, you will earn yourself a free product that you get to choose from. Now it's also the best time to join Stampin' Up, so if you're interested in that or after any more information, please get in touch with me. I'd love to help you out with that, and I'd love to answer any questions that you have. So we have thick Whisper White cardstock. It's half a sheet of A4. I have already scored it in half. I'm just going to fold and burnish on that score line. We have a piece of Granny Apple Green cardstock, which is going to be our matting, and then this gorgeous Peaceful Poppies Designer Series paper. So it's a gorgeous Poppy Parade colour water wash on the back. We're going to go with this one here. I'm going to bring the big shot in because we're going to do a little bit of this die cutting first. So I'm going to start off with the Designer Series paper and the large scallop die, and I'm just going to line it up sort of towards the bottom, middle to the bottom. I'm going to run that one through. Now this is a great piece that you can use on another card. Then I'm going to line up the Designer Series paper up with that Granny Apple Green, and there's a nice little border all the way around. As you can see, that's quite a large hole. What I want to do is I want to just tape that down with some washi tape. I just don't want it to move when I'm running it through the big shot. I don't need a real lot, just a little bit. You could also use repositional tape if you have it. There we have it. Then I'm going to bring in that straight circle die. I'm going to line that up in the middle of that die cut piece. And let's run that one through really quickly as well. And this is what you're left with. So let's bring that card in. I just cut both of those circles out together, but I thought it'd be nice with that little bit of a border. So I can take that washi tape off now that we know that that was nicely placed in the middle there. I'm I'm going to bring my card base in. I'm just going to line that up in the center again. Actually, I can get rid of that. I just need the Granny Apple green piece to be centered. And I have just a pencil. I'm just going to mark so I know where that center is going to be. See if that camera picks it up. Can you see those little spots, marks with the pencil? That's where our sentiment needs to go. So I'm going to bring the Memento Tuxedo black ink in, and I have the sentiment with Deepest Sympathy. I'm going to ink that up and just stamp that in the middle there. Perfect. Now that gorgeous poppy, we're going to ink up with the Poppy Parade. Now this sketch or design would work really well with all sorts of different stamps that you could use. So have a look what you have in your stash as well. And I'm going to stamp that straight down over the top. Now with this one here, I did stamp off, but I actually wanted it a little bit darker this time around. And I want to make sure now that before I start popping those pieces down, that I'm just going to get rid of all those little marks with that pencil. That's great. So using my Tombow glue, I'm just going to attach my Designer Series paper down to the Granny Apple green. This is a really quick card, but I think it really packs a punch with that Designer Series paper. Even if you don't get anything in that suite, if you just get the Designer Series paper, you can't go wrong. It is so pretty. I'm just going to center that really quickly as well. We're going to pop this one up with some dimensionals. I want to give it a little bit of support just around that circle as well. Before I do that, let's bring that crinkled ribbon in. We just want to tie a little bow just off the side. I did fuss with that ribbon just slightly. It took me a little while to get my bow just where I wanted it. So I'm just going to get rid of all those tails. Just create a really sweet side to the card. Okay, so we can take all our backings off, pop it straight down onto our card base. Now we're not done yet. Let's actually stamp inside our card. And you can please yourself if you want to put the sentiment inside as well. I'm just going to bring the Poppy Parade ink in. And that little small poppy. And I'm just popping him down the corner there. Now, like I said, you can put the sentiment in again and then maybe stamp off the poppy and pop the poppy over the top. That would look really good as well. But that's today's card. I hope you've enjoyed today's card. If you have, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd love it if you left me a comment. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and all the measurements and supplies can be found over my blog as well. So until next time, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.